Damn, my allergies whooping my ass, man. Motherfucking nothing. Yo, what's good? What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube, man? This your guy, man. Mike and Scarry back at it, man. You hear the Ghost Machine, man, tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to have royalty on here, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to, you know, have my boy Coffee Brother Struk in the building. You know what I'm saying? We about to pull up on us any moment. You know what I'm saying? So give me a second. I mean, we about to get this thing kicking off. And I hope y'all enjoy the dialogue. But salute to everybody in the building. You know what I mean? It's been an honor, man. You know what I mean? We've been having we've been going up, man. You know, we've been having a lot of quality people, man, joining the platform. Been lining up some pretty damn decent interviews, man. So shout out to Coffee. Shout out to everybody I just interviewed recently. Thank you for the support. Everybody supporting. I appreciate the cash app from Tamara. Appreciate the $15 cash app she sent me. Anybody who wishes to donate to the platform, please feel free to do so. The cash app is right there on the ticker, scrolling across the screen at Mike and Scarry 31. I'll place it in the chat as well, in the comments as well, though. So I appreciate you, man. This is what I utilize to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? And so I can make sure that I'm competitive with the crowd, with the audience out there, man, in my field, though. So I appreciate all the support. So give me 1 second. But we about to have the brother Coffee Brother on here tonight. I look forward to the dialogue. Pretty solid brother that I've known for a minute. You know what I mean? So anyone who has any questions for the guests, you know what I'm saying, feel free to leave a comment in the chat. My brother Keith Sherman is also with us as well. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, gonna be simulcasted through. We're live on Clubhouse as well, man. So it's another honor, man. So we're gonna see how this go, man. But it's the first time that I've ever done this before. You know what I mean? So it's progress, man. We leveling up though. Yada yada. You know what I mean? Let me see. Yeah, so we waiting for Coffee to pull up though. But outside of that, I want to say it was an honor, man. You know what I'm saying, to be able to chop it up with the legendary Bay legend Jay Diggs earlier. You know what I'm saying? We was on a Rockstar 2800 stage on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? It was a good holler spiel. And I appreciate everybody that tapped in with me afterwards. We had a pretty intellectual dialogue afterwards, which is my first love. I don't deal with the controversy and the cloud chasing and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I love to deal, you know what I'm saying, with intellectual conversation, man, that builds and you know, so I appreciate the reach out, man. Period. But once again, I appreciate everybody that's been reaching out to the platform, man. So let me see. Coffee Brother said that he's trying to log in through through his laptop. So we gonna see how that work. If not, we'll have to buy it, man. With the good old trusty cell phone, man. Real holler. And if anybody have any questions on YouTube or on Clubhouse, you know what I'm saying, feel free to ask. You know what I'm saying, my bro. He'll post them in the chat over here, and I'll make sure I ask those questions for y'all. In fact, you know what? Um, let's see who all up in here. Who up on YouTube? Who I know. In fact, speaking of which, man, we have our guest, man, Struk Money here with us. So strike that thought. You
That
know what I
with us,
mean?
man.
We about to get this going. You know what I'm saying? We got Coughee brother Struk Money in the building, though, man. Welcome to the
Love
Ghost
with it.
Regime, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the first reset, man. We here live in effect once again on the Ghost Regime Network podcast with yours truly, Mike Ascari, man. He on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got my brother, one of the legendary Coughee brothers in here, man. Coughee brother Struk Money, man. AKA Destruction, no, man. What's
You
happening with it,
already
bro?
know. Man, chilling, man. How you feel tonight, man? Everything good?
Man, I have no complaints, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing and it's everything's progressive though, man. How your day going today?
Man, I can't complain, man. I was over here trying to set this up so it'll work on my laptop, but just for the sake of time, I said let me just go on and log in through the phone real quick so we chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we've been chopping it up for a minute, so this is the
All
first
good.
time they're getting to see us do it. You feel me? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, that's what's yeah. Excuse my lightning in the background, man. But I'm not the star of this thing, man. You the star up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't here to see my ugly face. They here to see the star, man.
Oh
Period.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Which is the Coughee brother, aka Destruction, bro. So to kick this off, let the people know who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? Who you are, where you from, man.
Oh man, you know how that go, man. I'm Destruction, man. Oakland, California. You know what I'm saying? By way of Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I live in Houston. I've been here about 20 now. So I'm saying so I'm back and forth from Oakland to Houston. Working on music with some of your favorites, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep my brand rotating, keeping that slapping rotation like I've been doing since I came in. You feel me? So it ain't too much to
Right,
it.
for sure.
Yes, sir.
So um, so you're one of the let me start this way.
You know,
You say you from East Oakland, California, right?
East Oakland, California, man, and
Town business. Where in the town did you where in the East you grew up at?
oh man, come on, man. Look, I was raised in the '70s, man. The Royal Park is my backyard. You know what I'm saying? So if you hopped out my mama backyard fence, literally you in the park. So I was raised right there, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Real holler.
when did my thing in the town, young man, went to Oakland High. You know what I'm saying? A couple things, and just trying to, man, do something, do my own thing, man. The music thing was crazy when I came out. You know what I'm saying? When I came
Yeah,
around, it was 97, 98. You know what I'm saying? Right out of high school. And, man, you know the climate back then. So I was trying to do
right,
my brand, man. I had slap, I had raps. I'm like, man, let me see if I can make something happen real quick.
right. So we gonna get into that part, right? I wanna give the people a full, you know what I'm saying, dose of you and you know what I mean, in the journey that has came to for the person who we see in front of us today. what was your upbringing like, bro? You know what I'm saying? In the town, though. Did you grow up in a house, both your parents? You know what I'm saying? How was that?
Yeah, actually, you know what I'm saying. I did actually for a little while. You know what I'm saying. Moms and dad was doing their thing. We were in the same house till about probably about 5 or 6, and then they had to separate so they could be great. You feel me? It'd be like that sometimes. Y'all know how the black household go, and I always knew both though. You know what I'm saying? So pops basically we stayed in the '70s. Well, when him and mom separated, he moved to the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So I literally would be back and forth from the hundreds to the '70s. You know what I'm saying? Until he moved back down here to Texas, where I'm at now. So yeah, man, it was
All
the
good.
whole time I was just doing music, man. I was a natural musician, so I said working
Yeah.
on that
I'm
and
gonna get. I'm gonna get into that part. I'm gonna get into that part. I trust me. We gonna talk about that for sure. Um, how many, how many siblings you got?
man, I got three actually. I got two sisters and an older brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I got one sibling with my mom and two extras from my pops, man. So it's four of us in total. So I fall like
Okay, for sure,
I guess I'd be the middle child. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. Um, was you in and out the system growing up? You know what I'm saying? How was like how was you as far as a lot of artists from out the town, you know what I'm saying, grew up in and out, you know what I'm saying, the jail and juvenile hall, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Actually, you know what? I was pretty nice in school, man. I was doing my thing, but I stayed out the way at the same time. So I wasn't in and out. I was in school most of the time. My mom was a teacher, so a lot of people might even know her from teaching at different schools throughout the Bay, you know what I'm saying, especially in Oakland. And
For sure.
I didn't get in too much trouble, bro, until I got older. You know what I'm saying? I was basically in school doing trying to get something going. So when I got out, it'd be a little bit smoother on me. So
Right.
yeah.
Um, what inclines you towards music? Like, you know what I mean? When did you gain an interest in music?
Oh man, that was almost for birth, man. To be honest, if you know anybody that just had a natural ability for it, man, I say about 4 or 5, bro. I was able to pick up instruments and play it with no lessons. So once I seen that kind of happen, and what I'm saying, I just kept working at that, playing different instruments, trying different stuff, and it ended up being pretty cool because I ended up turning that talent into a production talent. You know?
Right. We got a question from the audience. Someone wants to know, um, and I'm gonna ask this in a dual question fashion. Who is your musical influences growing up?
Oh man, wide range, man. Being in Oakland, of course, it was Uncle Too Short and Tony, and you know what I'm saying. Ghetto Boys, N.W.A., Rodney O, Joe Cooley. It's such a wide range. You know what I'm saying. I listen to everything, so they definitely was my first experience, and then because I had relatives and stuff on the East Coast. I love Busta Rhymes, the Locks. You know what I'm saying? I had quite a few influences, man. Being a teenager in the '90s, we had a lot of options. Pac, of course, you know what I'm saying, and damn, rest in peace, bro, man. That shit was
Right.
crazy. You know what I'm saying, and
Right.
quite a few of them. Mhm.
What schools did you go to in the town?
Oh man, started out at a couple middle schools. You know what I'm saying. Went to a couple private schools. Uh, Went to a school called Beacon, and then I ended up going to Bishop O'Dowd because I wasn't really the best student once I got older, man. I wasn't really interested in sitting in them classes. I wanted to get to the slap. So I was cutting classes and what I'm saying, rapping
Right.
and shit, going to battle niggas. So, I started that in middle school, Beacon, and then I went on to Bishop O'Dowd for a minute and I finally got to Oakland High.
Right.
So in
All right.
Ohio, I
I'm a,
was a beast on the mic. Ohio, killing it. You know what I'm saying?
this is another question. I'm gonna throw in some questions from because we got some questions because we simulcasting on Clubhouse as well, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm gonna throw in some questions from them as well. But I'm gonna ask this question in dual fashion from Goldie. She asks, "Who is the most overrated rapper right now?" But we gonna stay regional. So like it coming up, who is the most underrated rapper and most overrated rapper? From the era you're talking about when you was coming up.
Man, I say the most underrated actually would be my brother, man. I think he's still underrated, which is Devin the Dude, man. You know what I'm saying? The dude literally is on records with anybody you could think of, from Dr. Dre to De La Soul to, he had that style to where he could sing and rap at the same time, and he made it work real nice. So he was underrated to
Right.
me. And man, I don't really want to. I don't want to say about who was overrated, because if they was able to make a living for themselves, and you know what I'm saying, they did cool. I ain't gonna knock their hustle, man. I'm gonna keep it like that.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure. Shout out to royalty in the building.
yeah,
Who you mentioned Devin the Dude. So you're one of the Coffee brothers. So um
yes, sir.
how was it growing up as a Coffee brother, man? Like as far as the you know what I mean, you guys are some very known people though. So how did y'all how and when did y'all get y'all start? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you explain to the people who the Coffee brothers comprise of?
Yeah, man. The Coffee Brothers actually is a group that started by my brother Devin the Dude, man, around 2007. He of course, most people know him from his tenure with Rap a Lot. You know what I'm saying? When he was there for for about, I believe it was 10 albums. And then once he finished his deal, he wanted to make his own imprint. You know what I'm saying? So he came with Coffee Brothers, and I was one of the brothers who was around before with him and his group, the Odd Squad, man. So basically, you know what I'm saying, when I moved to Texas in 2005, I reconnected with my brother, and he was starting a label, and I just wanted to be able to contribute any way I could to his movement, because we always had a good relationship. So I'm like, bro, whatever you need, I got slaps, I got raps, we can make this work, whatever we need to do to, push the movement. So I've been with him rolling with a big bro, pushing the line since day one, man, since '07 now. And Coffee Brothers
For
is
sure.
become a pretty decent brand, man. We perform everywhere, in and out the United States. So, you know,
For sure. Let me see. We got some questions in here. Let me see. Goldie asks, which region is stronger? When you, I'm gonna ask this coming up. Which region was stronger, um, New York or Atlanta?
in the beginning, it was New York. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got the game from New York. New York gave us hip hop that we know today. You know what I'm saying? They started it, and it evolved from there and went from coast to coast. You know, the game is pretty. What I notice is a revolving door. Like, everybody get their time to stand. So if we didn't have those pioneers in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, to lay the foundation, uh, I really can't. I can't really just say that Atlanta is where it started. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely, all of us coasts have contributed to make it what we know and love today as hip hop. So shout out to Atlanta as well, man, because they keeping it lit right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For sure.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Let me see. Royalty. He said, Royalty wanted to know what was your favorite Devin the Dude song?
Man, my favorite Devin the Dude song has got to be one from Landing Gear. It's a record called Me You. It's actually like a album filler. You know what I'm saying? That was our first time really connecting together on wax. I produced it, and just the experience of making that record with my brother, you know what I'm saying, was the beginning of where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? As a coffee brother, so it's got to be Meet You. You know what I'm saying on the album Meet
Right.
You.
Hey, Mr. Mo said, good shit, homie. He heard you rocking with KRS-One in special ed with the Stop the Violence movement. You
Yeah,
familiar with
I've
what he
been
talking
working.
about?
Yeah, I've been working with the Hip Hop Alliance, man, for a little bit now, and it's definitely a movement to try to get the youngsters back on track from shooting each other down and try to stop some of this conflict in the streets. So, I've known Special Ed for a while now, over 20 years, and once he came, he hit me and was like, "Struk, I got this movement. We all in the same gang and the Stop the Violence movement together." Said we like you to be a part of that, man. And I just like anything I could do to contribute, man. Because we do need that right now. Um, but absolutely, man. We working on putting together a project and going into the communities, helping the youngsters, resolve some of these conflicts. So yeah, most skills. Appreciate that, man. That's my bro, man.
For sure. Hey, we grew up in the era, man, where it was a lot of war going on in the town, like in the '90s, in the '80s, and the '90s, right? You know what I mean? Whether it was family against the mob, or Air Flowers, you know what I'm saying, Firm and all of that, East Oakland versus West Oakland, all the shit, you know what I'm saying?
We was raised in a war
What would you
zone, man. It
say
was always
is
something.
a difference between a lot of those battles came to a conclusion? What would you say was the biggest difference from the town today versus back then?
Oh man, I think what was different back then was we absolutely had we had our problems and issues, but people treated each other like family. And now it's kind of weird now, man. I don't know. I go home in Oakland, man. I go down the same street I was raised on, and I don't recognize anybody anymore. And it's like it's not as community based. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean by that, you was raised out there. It's not really community based like it used to.
Right,
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
right. Um, who did you have your first collab with when you first like when did let me ask it this way. When did you when was it when you realized, what, this rap shit, no, this is me, I can do this. This is what I'm on. How old was you when it happened?
Man, honestly, about excuse me, I was about 19 or 20 when I realized I had the talent to really do it on a professional level. I started working with one of my older cousins, and we formed a group called Camp Chaos. And it was an independent group, local. We was trying to get it off the ground, and everything came out cool, man. We basically submitted our album. We did an album independent and shopped it around. When we messed around and turned the album in to the executives, they was like, "Yo, who was that guy right there?" They like, "Oh, that's Struk." They like, "Yo, you definitely need to do more work on his project." I'm the youngest in the group at the time, so I'm like, man, I just like being in the group doing my own thing. But thank God for my brothers believing in my talent too. They was like, "Nah, we finna get you right." You know what I'm saying? So they ended up putting together an album for me solo, and man, that began the journey right there. They threw me in the fire. They like, yeah, man. They said the
So
executive said they want to hear more from you, so we finna do an album on it. And that's what they did, man. Put me in the mix early.
yeah. Who was your first collab with?
Man, my first collab was with Keek the Sneak, man. Keek the Sneak. We had a song called
Ah,
Hell Yeah. That's my bro, man. Shout out up to Keek, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousins, like
well,
I said,
so
we had our own label and
are we
everything.
talking?
What's up?
Uh, are we talking dual committee Keek or 3 time crazy Keek?
Nah, we talking about sneaker Keek. You know what I'm saying? The first one when he first came out and did his first solo,
Okay.
and Keek was killing everything back then. You already know that's all we heard passing in every car in the town down here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother
Right.
Keek. Man.
Uh,
After that, I did a song with Yuck. You know what I'm saying?
straight
Yuck
up.
gave me the love after that. And we did a song called We Dying, man.
For
That joint
sure.
was mhm.
How was it working with Yuck?
Man, that's where I found out I got bars for real. Cause if you ain't up to par lyrically, Yuck gonna expose you. He gonna have you looking crazy in that studio, man. And and
Right.
he write like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all, if y'all done heard Yuck Mouth music, you know it's very descriptive rap. So man, we messed around and made a joint that you know, we didn't get a chance to put it out, but it was a good experience to see where I was lyrically. And Uncle Drew was in the studio with us when we
Right.
recorded it. Drew Down was there too. So shout out Drew and Yuck Mouth, man.
Shout out to both of them, man. Shout out to the regime, man. Regime general.
You
Um,
already know. Got it.
I work, my last week out, man. You know what I'm saying? I had the blessing, man, of being around Keek, man. You know, I seen that dude just back to back just create beats from scratch and this man, I'm talking about everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing, man. Was he that smooth? You know what I'm saying? Back then too. I'm talking about as far as just making I'm talking about the beats and all the shit, the lyrics and everything. I'm talking about that dude make he's about and maybe I'm minimizing maybe 2 or 3 songs within an hour, man.
Yeah, man. Keek was
Was he that
amazing,
raw back
man.
then?
Keek was amazing, man. He always was on this shit, man. And he embraced me like family. So it's like me and my cousins were doing our own thing. We had our own lab, and then he had his lab in this situation. So every time I came to go kick it with Keek, he had me in the back studio at his crib, and we'll work on some shit from scratch. So I'm like, man, he this around the time when like I said, he was doing Seeker Sido, and then I met a lot of the guys that ended up being the farm boys with it. So they just really became family through, all of us making slap, trying to keep the town with some rumble in the trunk. And shit, man, he always been a genius, man.
Right. Um, what artists from back in that time that was around that you would love to work with that you didn't get a chance to work with?
Man, really, I tried to make something happen with EA Ski back then, man. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to work with him because I liked the way he was making that production, man. We got a lot of good producers in the Bay, man. You know what I'm saying? EA Ski had that slap. I still want to work with Uncle Rick Rock, man. Rick Rock stay with slap, man. Shout out to Uncle Rick Rock, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Shout out to Rick Rock.
yes, sir, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Um,
sent out. Yup. Mm-hmm.
so so you was going back and forth between the town and Houston. Um, how was that adapt? Like it's 2 different cultures, man. How was it adapting that? You know what I'm saying, making that adaptation. You know what I'm saying, going from the Bay to Houston, man. Was it really a difficult thing? Was it a difficult process?
No, it really wasn't that bad for me, man, because I was my pop was originally from Houston, so I was going back and forth from a teenager to the time I finally decided to move down there. So uh, a lot of people when they hear me talk, it's funny enough, man. They'll say, "Oh, okay, you sound like you from the South." If I'm at home, if I'm in the South, they say you sound like you from the Bay. I sound like myself because it's kind of like a mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? Both accents. I got Houston and some of the shit I say, and Oakland and most of the shit I say. So you know what I'm saying? It was very culturally different. I don't know if you know about well, you know how it is in the town, West Oakland, East Oakland. You get to Houston, Fifth Ward and Third Ward, it ain't too much difference, man. It's you know what I'm saying, hood to hood. So,
Right.
Yes, sir.
Um, who who would I know you mentioned Devin the Dude. Who was some of the most who was your first collaborations with when you got to Houston?
Man, the first collab I actually got was with bro with Devin the Dude. Man, he always pulled up and he always responded when I hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm in town. I'm gonna work on this. If you can't come through, you know what I'm saying? He pull up on me and we make great music. And then I end up running into my brother from the Fifth Ward Boys, E-Rock. You know what I'm saying? E-Rock had a
Right.
lab near where I was staying in Fifth Ward. So me being me, I just got to the city. I'm looking for places to record and looking to see where I'm gonna do my music at. I ran into E-Rock and we became brothers. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? From there, E-Rock you know what I'm saying? We worked together when we was in Fifth Ward, and then some kind of way he ended up at Dev Studio on the southwest side. So now all three of us are in the same building. You know what I'm saying? Working and
Uh,
from there I ended up meeting a lot of brothers, man, and we all ended up just kept the relationship tight and kept making good music. So from there it was Dev, E Rock, then Mr. Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Mike from South Circle and was signed there, man, in South Circle, man.
uh,
So yeah, that was the
um,
first three I got to
have
work
you
with.
ever worked with have you ever worked with any have you ever worked with any of the ghetto boys?
No, I ain't get a chance to record with any of them. However, I do have a relationship with all three. Rest in peace, Uncle Bill, Bushwick Bill, and shout out Uncle Face and Uncle Willie Deep, man. They've always been very supportive. Um, I've seen them in different studios, and we got mutual friends and things of that nature. So, you know, I haven't got a chance to record any records with them, but we definitely have gotten a chance to be in the lab while work was being done together. You know what I'm saying? And they actually some of my biggest supporters here. They think I should be pushing my line a lot harder with the music, like most of my uncles do. But you know, it's been cool because they've been there to guide me through whatever I make encounter while making this music in Houston. So, yeah, man. Shout out Uncle Face, Uncle Will.
For sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Um, how was it? How was it being around Jay Prince? I'm pretty sure if you've been around them, you met Mr. Prince. How was it? How's that experience, man? What kind of person is he?
man. That's like family, man. When I see him, it's always good. From day one, it's always been cool, man. I actually was cool with a couple of his relatives in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? And when I got ready to move to Houston, one of my homies, shout out Daryl Prince, was like, "Man, go see my cousin. Go see Jay when you get there." I was a little bit skeptical because I'm like, man, I ain't just finna pull up on that man. He don't know me like that. You feel me? But I took his
Right.
advice, and when I got there, I went to go see him, and it's been love since day one, man. Yeah, man. Uncle's been real cool, man.
Right.
Very sharp. Very, you know, he the OG. He keep us looking at what we need to be doing next. So, shout out Unc, man.
A a Honey Bill '06 asks, what do you think about hip hop turning 50?
Man, I think it's great, and I hope we get another 50. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just for me remembering, there was a time where they said hip hop was a phase. You know what I'm saying? And to realize all those people that was hating and really trying to stop it from growing couldn't do that. Man, I'm ecstatic, man. I can't believe that we made it to 50 years of hip hop. And I'm really hoping we get 50 more with all the new music we got and the new artists that's keeping it going. So it's just great to see it happen. You know what I'm saying? To be here to celebrate the 50th.
Um, what is some young up and coming artists that you respect today though? Like who are some of your favorites?
Man, some of my favorites, man. I like that dude Larry June. You know what I'm saying? I like the also Larry June. You know what I'm saying? 42 man. There's a couple cats I like, man. They got them speakers rattling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look for is the slap coming out the speakers, man. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't any one particular artist. I like the fact that all of them have found a way to create new lanes with the music. You know what I'm saying? They doing something different than what we did with it. So nah, yeah, man.
Right. Let me do it. That's a quick reset, real quick. Thank you
Yeah,
for everybody that's been tuning in, man, to the Ghost Regime Network podcast. Yours truly, Michael Scary. You know what I'm saying? We got my partner up in here, my brother and man, Coffee Brother, Struk, man, aka Destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe to your guy. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't get monetized, man. All the support come for y'all, man. Anybody wishing to donate to the platform, the Cash App is right there on the ticker. Michael Scarby 31. You know what I'm saying? You can also follow me on Instagram at Scarry_Mike, man. I appreciate the support to everybody, from everybody, man. Um, we got Coffee Brother up in here, man. One of them, man. What are you working on right now, bro?
man. I'm actually working on getting a EP together. I ain't really told nobody because it's about that time. I've been in the background working on other people's records for a while, so I'm thinking about going ahead and getting my own together so I can make that introduction. A lot of people have seen me probably in the background with other people for a while, and I got a whole new sound I done created. You know what I'm saying amongst myself. So I'm anxious to see how the people gonna receive it. You know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna try to get that
Right.
EP done before the end of the summer. So I'm still working on it. I'm in process right now putting it together. Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, and again, if anybody on in the audience here have any questions, or anybody have questions, shout out to the audience on Clubhouse, man. You know what I'm saying? For everybody on Clubhouse that's listening in the Ghost Regime house over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all, man.
Yeah, shout out to
For
all the
tuning
folks
in.
on
You know what I'm
Clubhouse.
saying? We got coffee straight up. You know what I'm saying? We building, we going up. You know, you one of my day ones on there, man. When I first got on the app, man, we done had, some pretty nice long dialogues, bro. Um, that's why I'm
Mhm.
calling this a dialogue versus an interview, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it's in league with everything that we always did. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So with with we seeing a lot of death today, man. We seeing a lot of dudes, a lot of these youngest youth losing their lives, man. Um, what are some jewels you can drop to these people? You know, what I mean. What are some things that you can pass along to a up and coming artist, man? That'll get them some. They need that. That's essential to get them some staying power in
Man,
life and inside and outside the booth.
one thing I would say is respect, man. Respect one another. Respect one another and stop being so quick to solve everything with conflict. You know, I mean, people say stuff to you. We in this era where when you online, you got the comment section, you got people you don't know that can reach out and say anything. I like to say let it go in the cyberspace. We got to be more selective about the battles we picking and fussing with people online, man. I like to see them be more adamant about respecting one another and realizing that this was given to all of us, so we got to share the space and try not to let the power and the influence of social media lead us the wrong direction. The youngsters really don't understand the power of these tools we got in our hand, these devices, man. They call devices for a reason. So people get caught up in what they saying online, and the youngsters really don't know no better. So it's up to us, what I'm saying, to try to guide them. You know, I'm like,
Right.
conflict resolution is the main thing I want to impress upon them. Try and figure out ways to, when you get into it with a brother, figure out a way y'all can solve that, or when you get into it with another sister, figure out a way you can solve that versus going to, the turn up. Because we going to funerals
Facts.
left and right. You know what I mean? And it only stops when people start using their brain and stop reacting with their emotions.
For sure. So let's get into this fun part, man. Yuck Mouth has the Shanika, what do you call it? She admonished me about this, man. He has the five on it. He has the five on it. You know what I mean? The top five on it. So I can't, you know, since I push them numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? I do the Big Ten, man.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, who is your who is your top 10 most influential people?
Ooh. You talking about a rap?
Period.
Just period. Man, my top 10 most influential people is gonna vary. Like you mentioned one of them earlier, Uncle Jay Prince for sure. You know what I'm saying? He showed us brothers that there's another way to do this. When you want to come out of the street, you got to be down to be focused on your business, and he showed us that growth can come at any time, man. When you dedicated to doing the right thing. He don't really get credit for
Right.
as much changing brothers' lives as he has. So he's definitely one of my most influential people. Whether as God also say, you know, it's too many to name, man. It's too many to name because I do a lot of reading too. You know what I'm saying? And the people that we see out here
Yeah.
now, they ain't really, you know, they're not
We
really giving us too
well
much, bro.
we're not asking for everybody else. I want to know who is your top 10. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
uh, that's a good question, man. I ain't never really just thought about it because I stay in my own zone so far. Eesh.
This is what we do. We ask good questions here to go. So G, man, come on, man. You already know I was about to hit. You know I'm coming with it, man.
Absolutely, man. Well, man, I'm gonna sit with that one right there, man. Because my uncle
So
Snoopy, he's influential. He didn't made a big move, and I think that's
okay,
a huge. What he did with being an artist on Death Row and then being able to come back later and buy the label, man. He's showing the artist that, man, it's possible that you're not just there to make the slap happen, but you can also be the owner later on in life. Uncle Snoopy's one of
okay,
the
that's
most
two.
influential. My Uncle Face, what I'm saying? Just watching his journey, man, and him making his own niche at Scarface himself after having a strong run with the Ghetto Boys and also been running for city council here in Houston. And he showed us some other ways to grow your name and help your community at the same time too. So
For sure.
let's see another one. 50. 50 has been very influential in giving opportunities to the youngsters and these programs. I know he never thought if you'd have told 50 Cent when he was rapping that he was gonna be one of the most influential people in television later, he probably wouldn't have believed it. So I gotta give him his props too for that. Um, and actually, I should have said this one first. Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre is still he just had the Global Impact Award, the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. You know what I'm saying? That's big, man. It's him bringing so many people to the forefront, like Snoop, like Pac when Pac came out of jail. The Dog Pound, Dad's Corrupt, Lady of Rage. So Dr. Dre was very influential, and he's still the best at making that slap happen currently to me. I'm not bad either myself, but that's one of my direct influences, Uncle Dr. Dre. So, yeah, man, you got my brain working over here, man. I
Okay.
really I didn't think too hard on
The,
that one. That's pretty dope, though, man. I appreciate that question.
that's 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 the objective, man. This the thinking man's game, man. You know what I'm saying? I want the people to leave here knowing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? With some food for thought here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Real
man.
holler though. I wanted to ask, do you think that do you think that do you think that Drake get his just due, or do you think he overrated? Is over or underrated?
Nah, I think he get his just due because anybody who makes sounds come out them speakers know exactly what he does, and man, he's one of the best to do it. The only person I would say, and for me, that I would put over Dr. Dre as far as ability to make great records to me is Quincy Jones. You know what I'm saying? So
All right.
he's the
Um,
best of our time to me, Dr.
I'm
Dre.
I'm gonna give you a break on the top 10. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you what should be an easier top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10 top 10 favorite MCs.
Oh man, let's go on and kick it off like this, man. I'm gonna say first. I'm gonna say my Uncle Corrupt. Second, Scarface. Third, Yuck. Fourth, Jadakiss. Fifth, Buster Rhymes. Actually, hold on, Bus. Fifth, Ice Cube. Sixth, Buster Rhymes. Seven, Snoopy. Eight, Eminem. Nine, Most Def. And 10, Bun B. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
you wanna hear my top 10?
Man, come on with it, man. What you got?
Yuck Mouth, Sebo, Yuck Mouth, Sebo,
Ooh,
Benny
Rolo.
Siegel,
Beans.
Benny Siegel, Jada Kiss, Scarface,
Mm.
Seagram, Rap and
R.I.P.
Rhyme,
Ooh,
Spice
the
One,
brother.
uh, Freeway,
Oh yeah, Freeway of Beats, man. That cadence is crazy.
Jacker. That's my
R.I.P.
top 10.
Jack. Damn, man, you got a live 10, and we had some of the same niggas in the 10. That's crazy.
I mean, I could, I could have, I mean, I gave you the 10 that I moved most by. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man,
Uh,
you can look at somebody's playlist and see what they what kind of slap they on, man. What's happening with what's going on in their mind, man, with the playlist, man. My playlist is very eclectic. You know what I'm saying? It got some of everything in there from hip hop, the jazz, the Latin jazz, the pop. I listen to everything, bro.
hell yeah.
Man, that
Hey,
slap that come out
honey,
the speaker. Yeah.
hey, 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 Honey Bill wanted to know what is your favorite verse, and why. So my question to you, Honey Bill, is is that a verse from one of his songs or just a favorite verse? Period.
Hmm. Shit.
I'm trying. But
Favorite
but
verse.
how did so
Recently, I can say what my favorite verse
so
has
how
been
about we
recently.
act? Let's make that a dual question,
Okay.
huh?
Okay, that's cool. What'd you say?
What's your favorite person? What's your favorite verse from your song from one of your songs, and why?
Man, I got a song called "By Any Means Necessary." You know what I'm saying? That where I was just talking about the conditions of that black people have been in this country. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to narrow it down to one verse, it's got to be "Let My People Go," man. I got a song called "Let My People Go" where
Oh
it's
man,
talking about all the injustice and brothers being shot by police, not being safe to walk down their own streets no more, man. And you know, that's probably my favorite verse. My favorite verse by someone else, though, by another MC, would be
if y'all
uh, that be. Oh yeah, man,
if anybody want to hear that song, mate, you know what I'm saying? Tap
I
in
let
with
my
us on
people
the
go.
tap in with us on the Credit Music streaming domain. Oh, she said your favorite period. So if y'all want to hear that
Okay,
song, let my people go, man. Y'all tap in with us on the Crowded Music streaming domain, man. You know what I'm saying? That song is dope as hell, man. It's you know, I don't know. To me, it's one of the few of them conscious songs outside of Ascari X that really moved me, man. You know what I'm
damn,
saying?
I love
Um,
Sorry X, man. That's that militance, man.
hey, so have you ever worked with Ascari X before?
Never got a chance to make music with him, man. Never got a chance to make music with him, but he definitely was on
Man,
that militant too.
right.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out, shout out to Ascari, man. Yeah, no, no. She said your favorite verse. Period. Um,
Oh man,
that's
you
that's
know
what that's
what
just
verse
what she
that was
wanted to
for
know.
me? I don't know if you remember this song by Outkast called "Elevators." You know what I'm saying? Me and you, yo, mama and your cousin too. You remember that joint, man? That boy Andre had a verse on there that's so classic, man. That's my favorite verse, man. I'm gonna get at the three stacks. Shout out to Andre 3000, man. The cadence, everything, got stopped in the
Okay.
mall the other day, heard a
Hey,
call from the other way. Yes, sir.
yeah, hell yeah. Who have you do any I don't know, how would you classify your music? Like it ain't just rap. Like how would you classify it though? Would you classify it as conscious rap or like a little bit? Like, how would you? What genre would you put your music in? What lane would you put your music in?
Man, it's like it's definitely dependent on the song. I can't really pick a genre because I touch everything. You know what I'm saying? From community issues to parties to the state of to getting your money. You know what I'm saying? I can't even pick one. What really one? You know what I'm saying? One lane to put it in. If I say conscious, then you hear a song from me talking about some G shit. Then you're gonna be like, okay, nah, that ain't it. So it's like I call it a world style. You know what I'm saying? Because I talk about the world. So it's a
Right,
world. I
for
mean,
sure. Um, anybody got any question? Anybody got any questions for Coffee, brother? Don't be shy, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got questions every other damn time, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's get inquisitive tonight.
yeah, man.
Y'all
You
know.
actually, man, I gotta shout you out, bro, for actually being the first person to get me on a sit down for an interview. I've been, they've been asking me for a while to do it. This is my first time doing it, so um, I'm really been the guy that like to be behind the scenes and behind the camera. So this year I decided to come outside a little bit and be seen a little bit more. I appreciate you coming through
much
and setting this up, bro, so we can do the sit down.
much appreciated, bro. You know what I'm saying? We going up, man. You know, I'm here to make history, man. You know what I'm saying? This whole project, man, is historic, man. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Absolutely.
no, but while you pass that along to me, you know, I gotta pay it forward to my sister Shaniqua Town business up in here though, man, because he got started with her, man. You know what I'm saying? Shaniqua Town business, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, she got me in the dough, man. You know what I'm saying? She got me in the dough for real. You know what I mean? So, you
Absolutely.
know,
Shout out to Nico,
she
man.
no no she the dopest, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Kev Mack. Shout out to my boy Cost. Check it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yuck Mouth, man. You know what I'm saying?
Got
You
in
know, these people being, you know, they being a motivation, man. But uh so before we wrap this up, you know what I'm saying? You know, get the people like what's the message, man? What's the message of the day you want to give the people, man? You know what I'm saying?
The message of the day I want to tell the people is believe in yourself if no one else. And free my brother Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You gotta believe in
Well, I
yourself, man,
appreciate it,
because I'm
man.
gonna tell y'all some real shit, man. I really didn't have a lot of resources to be able to get into the music business, but I had determination and I believed in my skill and my ability. You know what I'm saying? And through that, it took me places I probably never dreamed that I'd go. So believe in yourself if no one else is the message I'm gonna leave y'all with today. And I appreciate y'all tuning
Real
in to
holla.
my first interview.
Real holla. And you know, I would add to that, man. You know, went through your actions, went through your actions, never through argument, man. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I mean? Make no excuses about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Take full accountability, man, for everything to go on with you, man. Trust me, you appreciate yourself at the end of the day. Uh,
Absolutely. And shout out to everybody that had the questions from Broil to Honey Bill to Mr. Mo, all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in and being here to experience this with me.
Royalty had another question or last question. He said, ask him what he think about these lists. They got new Rolling Stone list of greatest songs. What do you think about that?
The Rolling Stone list of the greatest songs.
Yeah,
Man, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna Rolling Stone's gonna expose us to a broader market. But I wish they would do more. You know, more homework on who's really driving the culture. Because sometimes when they put together their list, it just be like they just like a collection of names, more so than the accuracy of who really making stuff go round. You feel me? So yeah,
right.
mm-hmm.
I would say, far as I don't know, you know, let history judge what the favorite song is, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, from then to now. You know, I think that probably one of the most underrated songs that don't get talked about nearly enough. That's
Mm.
past the test of time is the Moonies, man. I got five on it. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying? That song been around for at least 30 some years now, man. And
very
shit,
iconic.
you know,
Yeah, that record's iconic, man. And then the remix,
iconic.
the remix was litter than that. You already know how it was with the remix when they got Rich and Fody and you know what I'm saying, the whole Drew. When they came back with that, man, they took it up a notch. So hey man, I got five on it. I done been in bars where it ain't nobody look like us, man, and that come on and everybody start dancing like it just came out. I'm tripping off of that. Yeah, that's
Right.
iconic, man. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Shout out Shout out to Yuck Mouth, man. No, I look forward to trying to get bro on here sometime in the near future, man. When hold on, I'm posting something in the chat. And again, thank you to everybody that's that's been donating to the platform, man. You know what I mean? Supporting the brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Supporting the movement. God bless y'all, man. We gonna continue to bring y'all, you know what I mean, these dope interviews, man, with these dope individuals, man. Also stay tuned. I'm gonna be getting into my story pretty soon. I ain't talked about my story yet, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been painting a picture, man. You know what I mean? So y'all can, you know what I mean, see you know what I mean?
Need that, man.
So y'all can see my motivations, man, behind everything that I do leading up to that. Somebody mentioned hold on, Knucklehead was on Clubhouse last week. Or somebody mentioned Knucklehead. All right, but
Oh,
anyways,
shout out
man, I
Knucklehead,
ain't
man.
gonna hold you too much on, bro. This is only the first, you know what I'm saying, of many dialogues we gonna have, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just an icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? We gonna definitely follow up on this sometime soon. Um, and tap
Right.
in with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, this all love, man. It's
Follow,
always
like,
good
and
to chop it up
subscribe
with
to
my
your
brother.
guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Real holler though. And thank y'all stay tapped in, like, share, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? How can the people get in touch with you though, bro? Go ahead and throw out your platforms real quick.
Man, just hit me on Insta, man. Struk underscore money underscore AKA underscore destruction. DESTRUKSHON. You'll probably see me. I ain't got no whole bunch of followers, so y'all come through and mess with me, man, and find the slap, because the slap gonna find you. You dig? Sir.
Real holler though. And we gonna keep the conversation going because once we end this interview, man, we going back to Clubhouse in the Ghost Regime house, man. So you know what I mean, tap in with us, man. Outside of that, man, I love you, bro, man. You know what I mean? Salute to you.
Love, family.
Major salutes, man. You know what I mean? We go dialogue on it. Everybody, I appreciate y'all for the pull up. Thank you to my brother Keith Sherman, you know what I'm saying, founder of the Crowd Music streaming app, man, for simulcasting this on YouTube and on Clubhouse, man. It's my brother in Orange, man. Shout out to Shaniqua, man. Big sis, man. I love you, man. Thank you for the pull up. Thank you for everybody that's contributed to this dialogue, man. Please continue to come through, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a lot more classic dialogue coming forward. So see, we out of here.
Appreciate it, man. You know how we do, family. Salute.
That was dope, bro. That was dope, man. That was a absolutely dope interview, a dope dialogue.